Of course, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're here for the Beyond Two Souls panel. Of course, from Quantic Dream. They make this game called Indigo Prophecy here in the States. I refuse to call it anything else. They also make Heavy Rain, like I said, IGN's 2010 PS3 Game of the Year. One more time, please give it up for that game. Too good to let go. And now they're working on this Beyond Two Souls business. Looks pretty cool. Stars Ellen Page. Kadeem, why are you up here? What business do you have up here?
You needed a black guy.
Oh, so you die in the first 20 minutes? What? It's a joke.
According to the player.
According to the player? Here, turn this in. Now talking to it.
According to the player.
There you go.
My life is in your hands. I live or die.
Okay. Now, David, you made the game. Ellen, you star in the game. Jody. Kadeem, who are you in the game?
I play Cole Freeman.
Okay. What's Cole up to?
Cole is a government agent who researches paranormal activity.
Oh, so he's going to have some run-ins with Jody, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to raise her. Oops. No, I'm not.
Everybody buy the game in 2013. Find out if you really raised it or not. David, let's get this going. I know we're late already. Are you a game maker or are you a filmmaker? It's one of those things that you keep pushing the games in a different direction. And, you know, Heavy Rain was definitely this step forward for a narrative structure and how it could work. No game over screens continues to go on. Then you put out this Kara film. Now you've got Beyond Two Souls where you're pulling established real actors.
I definitely see myself as a game maker. I'm fascinated by interactivity and how it changes the relationship with the audience. When you watch a film, you're actually just passive. You watch a story that is told to you, but you can't change what's going on. What is amazing in a game is that you are in the shoes of the main characters, and your decisions can change the plot. So it's a totally different experience.
So then how do you begin to make that experience? Like, what is it like to work with actors and actresses like this and try to make a game that is interactive?
Well, I try to start with figuring out what I have to say. Which
Good place to start.
For a game maker is sometimes unusual because many video games are just about violent action. It's about shooting and jumping on platforms. For many years, I tried to write games that are more personal, that have some kind of meaning and tell something to the player. And I'm just working on emotions. I think my goal is really to trigger different types of emotions than the one you usually find in video games.
Now, you say all that, and I mean, there is action in Beyond Two Souls. Not from what I've seen gunplay so far, but you can switch between Jody and Aiden. You have all these different things. You want to talk about how you actually play the game?
First of all, I want to say that this is fully interactive. It's not a movie that you watch. It's something you play all the time. You're in control. And the thing is that you can switch between Jody and this entity. And you can play being an entity. So you're invisible, you float around, you can go through walls, you can interact with matter in different ways. So it's fully interactive all the time. But you tell the story. You become the writer and the director and the actor of the experience yourself.
So, Kadeem, I know you've been doing, like I said, a bunch of different stuff. How do you see actors now in video games? Is it because for a long time, right, there was not a wall, so to speak, but there was voice actors, and then there were, on-film actors, on-screen actors, and now we're starting to see more and more crossover going both ways.
Yeah, this seems like the beginning of a new world, for actors. If we can actually, like you said, encompass all at once, be the voice, the body, and the movement. That's fantastic, because I've done voice where you sit there and you kind of look at the person, or you're in a booth by yourself and someone is reading lines off camera. And then I've had the other experience, which is you get on a set, but to have all those little dots on your face and really try to make her believe that I knew what I was talking about. When I wasn't so sure, I believed it myself. It was a challenge, and it was fun, and so I can't imagine any actor who wouldn't leap at the chance to get out and do something like this, because it's pure.
Pure. I like that. I like that. Good job. A big part of triggering that, of course, is the way you guys capture performances, right?
Yep.
There's a million different ways to do it. Explain your process, and I think we have some video to roll with it.
So it's basically just markers different shiny balls that you have on the body and on the face. And there is no constraint, really. You're totally free to move around. There is no wire or anything. And we capture body, face, voice at the same time. So it's basically, the actor is totally free to act the way he wants with no constraint, 360 degree. The only difficulty is that you're on an empty stage. No set, no environment, no wardrobe, nothing. You need to imagine and figure out pretty much everything. And then we recreate 3D, create the environment, put things in context.
Ellen, how weird is that for you? If I get like a piece of dust in my eye, I just go home for the day. I'm like cashing this one out. You've got them on your eyelids, these little balls.
Oh, these little, you get used to them really quickly, actually. It's, you come in the first day and everything feels very foreign. This is like nothing I've ever done before. And I've, despite Inception and X-Men, I've done even very limited green screen. So entering this was just, I did not know what to expect, but I think you just like immediately become really comfortable. And the interesting thing about it is when you first get there and you see this, this orange rectangle essentially is the space that you have to create what's being created. And it feels limited, like you perceive it as this being something that's limiting. And then you realize that, you're surrounded by 70 cameras, and you can really go with whatever you're feeling. It was interesting getting used to the fact that I didn't need to relate to one camera. And it ends up being actually much more freeing. It's like being on a stage in essence. And it was really, as an actor, like incredibly challenging but fulfilling.
You're seeing how, you guys use the space here, throwing people around and then blessing it, I guess that was. I don't Getting out Ellen's evil spirit so nothing crashed. But so now, how long are you shooting for? Like I know we talked it went for a while in Paris.
The full shooting is 10 months.
10 months, wow.
10 months, and it's about 160 actors.
Jeez.
So it's quite crazy.
All right, our first question from the crowd.
This is a question for David Cage. I know when you were approaching Heavy Rain and you were writing Heavy Rain, I think you were a new father, and a lot of that brought into the themes for Heavy Rain. I'm wondering what themes and what made you approach Beyond Two Souls, and why were you passionate about it and wanted to write it?
Actually, I lost someone in my family I felt really close to. And that was really a big shock. It was the first person that I lost that way. And it's really a shocking experience. And I mean, all people who lost someone close know what I'm talking about. So it's so sudden, so unfair, so cruel, so incredible. And I've never been really a religious guy, but I guess I needed to find some meaning to this experience, and I think that writing a story was for me the best way. And I guess this is where it came from.
Thank you for writing such quality stories.
Oh, thank you.
Obviously, I love your games.
Thanks.
The big thing is that if you can't answer this question, I have a backup question.
Okay, let's move to the backup question then.
With all of your games, there's always, like you said, a question, like in Heavy Rain, how far you would go. What's the question? What's the thing that pulls in the gamer for Beyond?
What's beyond? And the game answers this question.
Boom.
Oh, thank you.
Mind freak.
I have a question for Mrs. Page. I was wondering, what made you to decide to go from the movie industry to video games? I mean, they're almost two completely different things, and especially as a woman, because there are not many women characters in video games.
Yeah, nor in movies.
That's very true.
And to be honest, when the opportunity came up, it's kind of maybe exactly what you're saying. Like, why would I do this? Because it seems so different from the film industry, and that's probably exactly why. It's like, one of the great things about my job is true. Every project I begin is different. New people, new character, new world, new location. Everything about it is new and exciting. And this was something that was taking that concept and that aspect of my job to a completely new level. And quite frankly, what attracted to me was David and this incredible script that he wrote, and this female protagonist that is in a game, you know, that has so much depth, that is subversive, that is so interesting, that is so moving, that's so profound, and also is full of so much action and excitement, and it's just an incredible, incredible story. And to center that with this really unique young woman, Jodie, is just, I can't thank him enough for that. And what an opportunity as a young actress to do that. So I feel like just completely humbled and completely excited to be involved with this project.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Beyond Two Souls out in 2013. One more hand for your panel. There you go.